This year is the 30th anniversary of Pokémon, and Nintendo have been celebrating in style. Now I know what you're thinking, this is a watch-related channel, so why am I talking about Pokémon? Well, if you didn't know, there have been a lot of watch collaborations with Pokémon. As you might expect, most of these have been with Japanese brands like Seiko and Citizen, but there are some hidden gems out there, from big names to one of my personal favourite micro brands. I'm going to go over some of my favourites from over the years. Pokémon collabs come in all shapes and sizes. You could just jump on Amazon, search Pokémon watch and find a £6 watch for your kid. I've got nothing against these. Anything that gets a watch on a child's wrist to help them learn to tell the time is a great start. When you speak to the watch community, we all remember our first watch. But what if you're an adult and you want to celebrate 30 years of Pokémon? To start with, the brand that springs to mind first is Seiko. They've released a plethora of watches over the years, from these chronographs featuring the original starters to these models from 2020. Seiko's collabs are simple and well known. They've picked the most popular Pokémon and chosen one per watch. They're not high-end horology, but they're affordable and exactly what a lot of people expect from a Pokémon collab. A brand that went in the opposite direction is the avant-garde creation from Romain Jerome. They made this Tourbillon Pokémon watch featuring a bunch of monsters on the dial, which retailed at a whopping $258,000. So not your average collab. They also did this Pikachu watch, which in comparison is much more affordable, though you'd still need to fork over a kidney or two to get your hands on one, as the price on these started at $20,000. If you want to come back down to earth, have a look at these watches made for the official Pokémon centers by Fossil. They're simple, quartz-powered watches with a dive aesthetic featuring the original starters. If quartz isn't your thing, I'm afraid you've missed out, because an older, now unavailable collab with Fossil featured a subtle, skeletonized automatic movement, and all the starters on one dial. They also made this Gengar edition that quadrupled in value on the secondary market since it became unavailable. A brand you all know and love, but may not know did a Pokémon collab is the god-tier brand itself, Casio G-Shock. Under the Baby G banner, they released this Pokémon watch in 2019 to celebrate 25 years of Baby G. It features electric symbols all over the strap and Pokémon at the top of the dial. It has 0.25 on the keeper, and because Pikachu's Pokédex number is 25, you even get to see him in the background of the display when the backlight's activated. I said at the start of this video that one of my favourite micro brands also has a collab, and that brand is Boldr. Boldr is a Singaporean company that started in 2015. They've made some great looking watches, and this Pokémon collab is no exception. One of the things I think works so well here is the subtlety. They're not in-your-face designs with Pikachu's face dead center. They haven't just slapped a character on the dial and hoped for the best. They've been really thought out. They all have custom second hands, 200 meters of water resistance, sapphire crystals, and Seiko automatic movements, except Venusaur, which features a Seiko VK64 Mecaquartz movement. The Blastoise and Charizard watches both feature unidirectional 120 click bezels, and the Blastoise bezel even has a low tide indicator. These are my favourite collabs because of how well they're done. They're the kind of watch you could wear daily without screaming about your love of Pokémon. So those are my top brand collabs. But what if you have a standard watch and want to show some love for Pokémon with a simple strap change? It's easy. You could grab something like our yellow, black and red nylon strap to show subtle affiliation with Pikachu. Or this Erica's Originals orange MN strap with a turquoise centerline for Charizard. Or maybe a purple seatbelt strap for my personal favourite, Gengar. You don't need to tell everyone why your strap is that colour, but every time you look down on your wrist, you'll be reminded of trading cards with friends or playing your Game Boy under the covers after bedtime. However you show your love for Pokémon on your wrist, whether it's subtle or bold, enjoy celebrating 30 years of Pokémon. If you want to learn more about collaborations, check out this video where we take a look at the Seiko Pink Panther watch. Or if you want to learn how to change your watch strap to make it more Pokémon friendly, check out this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.